Now, amid the raging protests against farm laws, crucial round of talks, second round of talks between the farmers and the centre has begun at Delhi's Vigyan Bhavan. Is currently underway as Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar and Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal along with farmers are present at the meeting. Sources have told India Today that farmers have submitted a 10-page document stating their specific disagreements on the three laws. Sources also say that the government will take a positive stand on the issue of MSP but won't repeal the farm laws. India Today has also learned that a panel may be formed comprising of farmers, government representatives and experts if no consensus is reached by today. Farmers are adamant on their demand of repealing the farm laws. Meanwhile, the centre feels that the meeting will be successful. Here is at Vigyan Bhavan, currently the meeting underway while farmers sit eagerly waiting to know if there could be any resolution coming about, because this is the 8th day straight. Even though they've planned for the long haul, one should remember there are thousands of old people, those with comorbidities, the cold biting weather, they seated put right there on the streets along the border areas, not wanting to budge until a reform is made or a solution has come about. And while at that on one hand, on the other you have the government also upping up their security along the border area. So the government is also prepared for the worst. At the same time, government trying hard, it appears, to reassure the farmers that they're going to get their minimum support price and that the mandi system will not be abolished. Farmers there, though, have given out a 10-page document to the government citing all the disagreements in the law. In fact, multiple disagreements there that they've highlighted, and they say the only solution would be to quash these farm laws entirely and in consultation with the farmers to draw out another plan which suits the farming community and not the corporates instead. They're calling this a capitalistic reform where the farmers' rights and their needs are ignored and private players are being catered to. This is the allegation put forth. Let's cut across to Rahul Srivastava joining us. Rahul, the 10-page document that's been given out to the government, the representatives there for them to be seeking some intervention, highlights many issues, several points that the farmers there have marked out, saying that we disagree with many points that has been put out in those laws, and saying that the only solution eventually, instead of going point by point, is to finally quash the law and come up with a new law which will favor the farming community instead of the private players. Do you see any of that, a hint of any of that happening at all? Is the government really adamant not to amend it? By no means.
Namita, very difficult to be a soothsayer outside because it's a very ticklish, complex issue. The government, however, has gone in with a definite mood to create at least some positive outcomes as far as the meeting with the 40-odd farm unions, the second round in the last 3 days is concerned. What we have been told by our sources that when the meeting started, it started with a point-by-point clarification by the government representatives and officials. But there came a time in the meeting when the farmers were virtually exasperated, and they said that enough, these clarifications are of no view and no consequence. Why don't we take up exactly the demands that we have made in terms of rolling back the three laws, and also giving written statute position as far as MSP and other elements are concerned. But the government requested that we are trying to explain certain issues to you, and this has to be the backdrop for the negotiations which are happening. And after that, the talk started again, and then they took a break in which the government had offered meals to them. The government, just to put their point of view and toughening of the stand, they did not share the meals which the government had offered. And after that, the meeting has resumed again. We are told that now the real issues are under conversation. Yes, as you said in the last bulletin also, that there are several bone of contentions as far as, say, for example, the APMC Act is concerned. There are 17 objections there, 8 of them as far as essential commodities and others. The problem here is that the farmers have outlined so many issues now that if the government actually thinks of amending, there are so many of them that will be a virtually new law, and that's what the farmers are trying to make it difficult for the government to actually pick and choose that let's settle few of them and rest can be decided later. And that's a very, very clever manner in which in a negotiation the farmers unions have upped the ante as far as the government position of not going back on the law or amending is concerned. But there are certain provisions, elements that the government is positive about. One, it is gone to the meeting with a possibility that may issue a written assurance to the farmers that MSP will not be sacrificed, will not be nullified, and also the fact that there are farmers have apprehension about the jurisdictional processes in terms of dispute between the buyer and the seller as farmers. The law says that a farmer has to approach an SDM, which is a local official. Instead, there is a talk about the government ready to propose something like a farmer's court. There are a lot of elements that the government has, and the belief in the government is if the government is able to give some tangible outputs from the meeting today, perhaps that will keep the tempers down, will prepare a positive ground for the government to negotiate further and create a common ground on larger points.
Rahul, thank you very much. But do stay with us. Rahul Srivastava there giving us a sense of what's happening right there. But Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh, in the meanwhile, has met with Home Minister Amit Shah. He's held talks in Delhi over the ongoing steer of the new farm laws and the farmers protesting relentlessly. And speaking to the media right after the meet there, Amrinder Singh has said he's demanded for an early solution on this issue, and that's affecting the state. It's affecting the state of Punjab and also affecting the economy of Punjab. And this may also be an adverse effect to national security, is what Amrinder Singh is said to have spoken with Amit Shah. He also appealed for farmers for an early resolution. He added that he reiterated that what Punjab's stand was. In fact, the hurdle between Amit Shah and Punjab Chief Minister comes on the back of farmers' protests raging on for the last 8 days on 3 farm laws. Amrinder Singh has been supporting the farmers' steer, and Punjab State Assembly had also passed a set of bills aimed at negating the centre's farmers' legislation, but still seems like it's not resulted any yield there. In fact, Amrinder Singh earlier announced a 5 lakh compensation to families of 2 farmers who lost their lives during the farmer law protests.
That is a discussion between the government and the farmers in Vigyan Bhavan. It's nothing to do with me. It is for them to resolve. I only came to see the Home Minister to reiterate our position and to also make a request to him and to our farmers, which I make to you, that we must resolve this issue soon, because this affects the economy of my state and also the security of the nation.
Now, it is day 8 of mega farmers' protests, and farmers refuse to relent. Despite talks with the government, farmers say that they are prepared for the long haul if their demands to roll back the 3 farm laws and the MSP guarantee is not met by the centre. Delhi police is on high alert and security has been tightened. Additional 45 companies of the CRPF have also been deployed in the national capital. Security has been tightened at Ghazipur and Singhu borders. Thousands of farmers are camping at Delhi borders. Farmers have blocked the NH24 on Ghaziabad-Delhi road. In total, 5 border points, including Singhu and Tikri, have also been closed due to the farmers' protest. Farmers from Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat have also joined in this agitation. Farm leaders in Karnataka are also now mulling over joining this steer in Delhi. Many farmers in Karnataka are going to be protesting in Bengaluru from December 7th to 15th when the assembly session in Karnataka is on. Meanwhile, Maharashtra Congress has also passed a resolution to support the agitating farmers in Delhi. West Bengal Congress Chief Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has also written to the speaker there seeking winter session to discuss the farmers' agitation. Let's quickly cut across to Aishwarya Paliwal, giving us a sense of what's happening at the border area in Ghazipur, one of the friction points where the entire traffic has come to a grinding halt with the protesters.
Large numbers are now coming and joining this protest. The numbers are just swelling up. The farmers are now waiting for some kind of instruction to come from the central leadership on the meeting which is taking place with the central government. Numbers are swelling up and the police is now trying to make sure the situation remains under control. Aishwarya Paliwal reporting for India Today with camera person Nitesh Mishra.
Now, let's take a listen to those political reactions coming in on the farmers' protests.
This government is not concerned about the farmers. It shows that they just want that because they have a majority in the parliament, they can do anything. Undemocratic and anti-farmers decision has taken.
बहुत दिनों के बाद एक ऐसा आंदोलन खड़ा हुआ है किसानों का जो सरकार के सामने सबसे बड़ी चुनौती है। हमें उम्मीद है कि किसान अपनी आजादी लेकर के मानेगा, अध्यादेश जो आया है उसको बदला के मानेगा, और जब तक सरकार अध्यादेश नहीं बदलेगी देश का किसान आंदोलन करता रहेगा और सरकार को झुकना पड़ेगा।
Now we're cutting across to Arvind Ojha live from Singhu border. Arvind, वहाँ पर Singhu border में क्या हो रहा है? That is a friction point. बहुत गलाटा हुआ है 8 दिन में. अभी बहुत keenly watch. They are observing the development there between the government and those farmers. अभी उनका तैयारी क्या है? वहाँ पर ही बैठे रहेंगे? अगर solution ना आए तो फिर क्या उनका क्या decision है? Farmers क्या करेंगे?
जी देखिए, जो सब कुछ है, जो किसान है, जितने फार्मर लीडर हैं, फार्मर, उन सबकी निगाहें विज्ञान भवन पर टिकी हुई है, जहां गवर्नमेंट और जो किसान लीडर है उनके बीच बातचीत चल रही है। जबकि अगर आप ये देखिए सिंघू बॉर्डर, तो पूरी तरह से पहले सिर्फ बॉर्डर पर था, लेकिन अब किसान बॉर्डर से धीरे धीरे करके आगे भी आ गए हैं। यहाँ आप देख पा रहे हैं ट्रैक्टर समेत तमाम जो गाड़ियां हैं यहाँ पर खड़ी है। तो जो बैरिकेटिंग थी वो धीरे धीरे करते हुए अब इस मेन जो ये चौराहा है, इस चौराहे पर आ चुकी है। और किसानों का साफ साफ कहना है कि जब तक सरकार कानून वापस नहीं लेती, उनकी बातें नहीं मानी जाती, तब तक वो नहीं हटेंगे। हर तरफ अगर आप देखें तो ये तमाम जो किसानों के लीडर हैं, उनके बच्चे हैं, ये नौजवान हैं, ये तमाम लोग यहाँ पर पिछले 8 दिन से बैठे हुए हैं और सरकार से इनकी सीधी टक्कर है। इनका कहना है कि जब तक बात नहीं मानी जाती है तब तक यहाँ से नहीं हटेंगे। तो जैसा सिंघू बॉर्डर का नजारा है, वैसा टीकरी बॉर्डर, 2 बॉर्डर पूरी तरह से बंद पड़े हैं। ये जो बॉर्डर है ये जम्मू कश्मीर पंजाब जैसे बड़े राज्यों को जोड़ता है, जो पूरी तरह से ठप है, जबकि टीकरी बॉर्डर जो दिल्ली हरियाणा बॉर्डर को जोड़ता है वो पूरी तरह से बंद है। लोगों को भी परेशानी हो रही है, लेकिन किसानों की अपनी दलीलें हैं कि जो सरकार है वो कानून वापस ले। तो सबकी निगाहें आज विज्ञान भवन में जो मीटिंग चल रही है उस पर टिकी हुई है कि आखिर उसमें क्या होता है। अगर कुछ पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस होता है तब तो ये बॉर्डर खुलेगा, किसान यहाँ से हटेंगे। अदरवाइज जिस तरह की यहाँ परिस्थिति बनी हुई है, देख पा रहे हैं यहाँ पर ट्रैक्टर, ट्रॉलियां, इसके बीच ठंडी है, सर्दी है, उसमें भी किसान सड़क पर इसी तरह से जमे हुए हैं और सरकार के साथ उनकी सीधी टक्कर है। नबीला।
Right, Arvind. बहुत शुक्रिया. Arvind Ojha there, right at the Singhu border, friction point. Remember, as much as the farmers are protesting, even the police there at the same hand are upping their security forces on ground in case an untoward situation results in. Former Punjab Chief Minister there, in the meanwhile, Prakash Singh Badal has also returned his Padma Vibhushan to show his solidarity with those protesting farmers. The 92-year-old Akali Dal patron returned the second highest civilian honour of the country that he received from the government in 2015. In a strongly worded letter to President Ramnath Kovind, Senior Badal has said that he was registering his protest against the government's betrayal of farmers. He added that he was deeply anguished to see the shocking indifference and contempt with which the centre has treated farmers. He also came down heavy on the outsider angle that's being associated with the farmers' protests. Badal Shiromani Akali Dal, one of the oldest allies of the BJP, had pulled out of the NDA right after the passage of the agricultural bills back in September.
अगर प्रकाश सिंह बादल जो आपने कहा सीनियर मोस्ट हैं, अगर अवार्ड वापसी की जगह पे कानून वापसी के लिए उस समय जब 5 जून को ऑर्डिनेंस आए थे, उस समय इतनी साफ नीयत से जो सरकार से बात करते हैं, एनडीए का हिस्सा है, एनडीए के वो सरप्रस्त भी रहे हैं, उनकी बात कोई टाल नहीं सकता। प्रधानमंत्री से बात करते कि कानून वापस करो, तो ना तो बादल साहब को अवार्ड वापस करने की जरूरत पड़ती और ना ही लोगों को ये दिन देखने पड़ते। सब लोगों के संघर्ष की वजह से। इसके लिए मैं लोगों को ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जब लोग इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं तो बड़े बड़े तख्त हिल जाते हैं।
Rahul Srivastav is joining us for more. Rahul, Prakash Singh Badal returning his Padma Vibhushan. It's the highest civilian honor that he's received, and this comes really, it must be quite a disappointment, and undoubtedly for the BJP, considering the party has been an ally of the BJP for years, but right in September they pulled out over the farm laws, and now with him returning the highest civilian honor, what does really speak of? Do you feel that this will have any effect on the government at all?
Nabila, Padma Vibhushan is beyond political boundaries and other elements. And that is why when somebody of the caliber of Prakash Singh Badal returns an award which is awarded by the nation, it's not a government award necessarily or a political party award. It's an embarrassment for the government, it's an embarrassment for the system. And Prakash Singh Badal has a stature in Indian politics that he carries certain amount of weight because he is among the golden trinity of political leaders in Punjab. It was called the Badal Tora Talwandis of the world, and they ruled the politics of Punjab for a very long time. But there is a bit of a political element angle to it, that the Akali Dal over the last few months is being feeling left out as far as the spiraling of the farmer protest is concerned. The Congress has taken the initiative in form of the government, creating resolutions in the assembly, negating the laws created by the central government. Amrinder Singh has stuck today also as far as his demand for with the central government is concerned. Initially, at one time, in fact, Sukhbir Singh Badal of the Akali Dal had taken the agriculture minister to Punjab and made him address a press conference on these very issues. He was with the government. His wife, Harsimrat Kaur Badal, was part of the cabinet which cleared the ordinances and the laws. It is at the fag end when the bills were about to be passed that she resigned and tried to create that line that the Akali Dal is not with the farm bills. Now that lost ground, Akali Dal wants to recover, because if you see, even the composition of these farm unions, a large number of them are left leaders, affiliated to the left. Some of them are Congress, a couple of them are from the Aam Aadmi Party. And that is where the Akali Dal is kind of left out as far as the political storm of this farm protest is concerned. And Prakash Singh Badal's returning the Padma Vibhushan can then be seen in a different political light also.
Absolutely, Rahul. Thank you very much for joining us with those details. It surely is a big move there, Prakash Singh Badal returning the highest civilian honour in support of these protesters.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.